Okay, for this project, I am using a size H. It's a 5mm crochet hook and Red Heart Super Saver. It's a 4-ply acrylic worsted weight, but you can use any 4-ply yarn that you want. Okay, this is a really easy bag again, quick and easy. I made these granny squares. Now these are just basic granny squares, and I already have a tutorial for these. So I'm not going to go over it again, but I'll post a link below in the description box. But these are just the basic ones. But you can use any granny square that you know how to make. And you're going to need a total of 6 of them. And we'll sew them together. Once you get your 6 grannies made, I'll show you how we'll sew them together. I'm sewing them with a single crochet on the outside, so it has a ridge there. And if you don't want the seam to show, you sew yours inside out like that, and then when you open it there won't be a seam. But I want my seam to show, so I'm going to sew mine together to where they're good size facing me, and then when I open it you'll be able to see the seam. And I'm just starting with a slip knot. And just go through the corner of each piece and go ahead and go through that slip knot that's on your hook, and then go right back into the corner and do a single crochet. And then I'm just going to go along matching stitches. I'm going to go in and stitch on this one, and then the next stitch on this one, and single crochet. And I'm just going to do this all the way down. It's really easy. Just single crochet it together, matching up the stitches all the way to the end. And then when you get all the way to the end here of your piece, I just put 1 single crochet in the corner, and then I'm just gonna clip my yarn, put a little knot in it like that, and when I open it up, my seam is on the outside. I'm gonna clip any loose ends I have, and I'm going to sew in this tail. And you want to do that to all 3 pieces, or all 6 pieces. Sew them together to make 3. Okay, once you get all your 3 pieces sewed together, I'm going to make a piece for the side. So it's going to look something like this. This is going to be on the back, and this will be the flap, and there'll be one on the other side. So you're going to need a piece to go with the sides and the bottom. So for that, you just want to start with the slip knot. Now you can make it as thick as you want, but for mine I did a chain of 8, and then I half double crocheted in the 3rd stitch from the hook, half double, and then 1 half double in every stitch across your chain. If you want to make yours thicker, just do more chains in the beginning. All the way across, and then I did a chain 2 and turn, and then you want to go across again with 1 half double in each stitch. Just like this. Chain 2, turn, 1 half double in each stitch. And you just want to repeat that. Rows of half double crochet back and forth, and then until you need one long enough that's going to stretch from the corner down the bottom and back up the side. And I started one earlier, and this is how I measure. I just measure like this, but I always leave, when I get to the end, I just clip my yarn a little longer, and I don't put a knot in it. And that way, and then I sew it on from this end, and that way when I'm sewing it, I'm working this way. And if I get to the here and I don't, and there's too many, I can just pull a couple out, or I could add some more yarn and make it bigger. But I did 30 rows, so that's what I started with. I might have to take a couple out, and I may not have to, but we'll see. But I'm gonna go ahead and sew it on. Find out where I'm gonna sew it. It's gonna sew to the, this is the back and this is the front, so it's gonna be like this, and this is gonna be the sides and the bottom. So I gotta sew it down, both pieces. So I'm just gonna grab one to start with. And I'm gonna start right up here on this side, and then I'll work my way around. I'm going to sew it on the outside of it again so you can see the single crochet stitches that I do. I'm going to sew it together the same way that I sewed these pieces together. So you just want to start with a slip knot. And I'm starting on this end of the piece. Here's the piece that I left unknotted. That way if I have to take some rows out, I can. But you just want to start in the corner of your square, in the corner up here, go through that slip knot. Now I'm just going to go down my piece. I'm going in the next stitch and then the next stitch on my side piece and single crochet, and I'm going to do that all the way down, and that's how I'm attaching it. And the pieces on this back piece, the stitches aren't real noticeable, so just kind of do the best you can to evenly space them out. Okay, I'm coming up here to the corner. I'm just gonna keep going around. I'm gonna go in the corner and go in the next stitch back here, and I'm gonna go in the corner again. I didn't do two in the corner. That's what I'm doing. And then I'm just gonna start. I'm gonna turn it and I'm gonna start going down this side, matching the stitches up. And you know what? I hate to take that out after I told you, but I'm gonna put 3 in the corner. I'm so sorry about that. I think it'll turn out better that way. But if you 2 to work too, but I think 3 will look better. I'm sorry. Like I said, I do these as I'm going, so sometimes I mess up and I decide something's gonna be better later. That actually happens a lot, but I usually edit it out of my videos. So I'm just going to keep going across here, single crocheting it together. Yeah, I think putting 3 there gives it a little bit more of a corner. And then I'm over here at these corner spaces. Since there's 1 in this one, I'm going to put 2 here. Since we put 3 in this one, and technically there's already 1 in it because of this where we sewed it together, I'm going to put 2 in this one and 2 in this one to kind of even it out. So 1, 2, and then I'm just going to jump over and do this one. 1, 2, I'm going to keep going across, and then I'm going to take my piece and turn it and make it go back up. Okay, I made it all the way around here, and since I had left this unknotted, it left me to be able to pull out a couple rows like I need to do. Because when you're working, sewing this together, and you can't really see where the stitches are that good like you can't on this, sometimes the stitches aren't always, you can't count because it may not always be right. That's why yours might be different than mine. You might be able to make it all around with that many rows. But okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and, I pulled out some pieces, so I'm going to go ahead and knot this piece like I normally would before, close it out. Okay, and then I'm going to tie off this piece, and now I'm going to hide the tails. So I'm going to hide my tails, but then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take this, another piece of 2, and I'm going to sew it on this way again, just like I did with single crochet on the other side. Okay, I got that piece sewed up. Now I'm going to go around the top with the row of single crochet, clean that up. Start with the slip knot. You start anywhere you want. I'm just going to start right up here in the corner. Since there's one already in that corner, I'm going to go ahead and put 2 more. So I'm going to start maybe. Okay, I'm just going to go through the slip knot that's on my hook, and I'm going to go back in that same spot and do single crochet, and I'm going to go back in there and do 1 more, and then I'm going to work my way around doing 1 single crochet in each stitch here, all on the top. And then when I get to right here, I'm going to do 2. Let me look. Since this is at the top, I'm going to go ahead and put 3 in these pieces, just to make it look a little bit neater. And then I'm going to keep going across. One single crochet in each stitch. And I'm over here in this corner, so I'm going to put 2 in it. 1, 2, since there's already 1, and then I'm just going to round the corner, doing the single crochets, 1 in each stitch. Around the corner, and this is going to have 2 in it, this corner. And then I'm going to continue across till I get back to my starting point. And remember, I put 3 in each of these. Okay, I made it all the way around, and I'm back here to my starting point, and I'm just gonna slip stitch into the first single crochet that we made. And then I'm gonna, right here where it wasn't attached, I'm just gonna take it and then I'm gonna slip stitch into that piece too. Just like that. You don't have to do that, but that's just something to make it look a little bit neater there. Now it looks attached. Okay, now I'm gonna go through and hide all my tails. Okay, now I'm gonna take my last piece and I'm gonna sew it on as the flap. So I'm going to sew it on the same way you've been sewing everything else on, right back here, so it'll flap over the front. And I'm doing it with single crochet, just like all the other pieces. And just matching my stitches. You want to do this all the way across. I'm going to go around this part right here with the row of single crochet. And I'm just going to start where I left off last time. And I'm just going to do single crochet in each stitch. All the way around until I get back to the other side. I'm gonna do 3 in these corners down here. 1, 2, 3. And I'm just gonna work my way around. Till I get back over here. Okay, I went ahead and finished that and tied off around all the edges. I think I got most of my tails sewed in. I might have a few more, but now I'm gonna work on the handle. And you can put any kind of handle that you want. I'm just going to put a real simple handle. I made a chain for as long as I wanted my handle to be. And then I'm just going to, I did a chain of 75, which you can do however many you want. I'm just going to single crochet in the second chain from the hook. And then I'm just going to do 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way down the chain. So it's just a little thin handle, really quick. But if you want to buy a handle, you can, or make whatever you want. And when I get done doing this, I'm just going to sew it onto my bag, right up here on each side. Okay, I got my handle sewed on, and I always string beads on my bag for some reason. If you watch my videos, you probably see beads on most of them. I think it just adds something to it, but I just strung it on the handle there, and that's it. That's all there is to it. It's really quick, really easy, and I hope you enjoyed my tutorial. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and you can check out my Facebook page too, and I'm also on Blogger. And until next time, have a good day.